Hi guys, in this video I wanted to explain to you the relationship between the gas laws that involved pressure, volume and temperature. So we're going to use P for pressure, V for volume and T for temperature. All right, and how do we combine them together in one equation? This will be useful especially when you're solving questions, mathematical problems that involve pressure, volume and temperature. So it's very important that before we even go into the formula, we understand the relationship between all these three entities. Now, you've done your theory in terms of how pressure, volume, and temperature are interrelated. I'm not going to explain the theory behind that. I'm going straight into the mathematical relationship and then get you to work out the combined equation that involves pressure, volume, and temperature. So if you look at the first one right there, that's a sign saying pressure is inversely proportional to volume. And what that means is when pressure increases, volume decreases. So in other words, when pressure is going upwards, your volume's going downwards. And if we were to represent that mathematically, you can see P is equal to 1 over V, because that's how you represent an inverse relationship, and PV is equal to K, which we refer to as a constant. Some textbooks use K, some textbooks use X, but I just put constant to show that that's the same thing. So that's the relationship between pressure and volume, and that's summed up by Boyle's law. All right. If you look at the second one, what it basically states is that when pressure increases, temperature increases. Please note, we're referring to gas laws. We're only referring to gases. This does not apply to solids or liquids. And what that means is, if we were to represent that mathematically, what that means is pressure is proportional to T, which means when P increases, T is also going to increase. When P decreases, T is going to decrease. And if we represent that mathematically, that's going to be P over T equals K. All right. And the third one is volume and temperature. So when volume increases, temperature increases. All right. So volume is directly proportional to temperature. So V over T is equal to K. Now we've combined P, V, and T, and we get what's known as the combined gas law, which is basically PV over T. All right. So technically what we've done is we've got that, and we've got that to get PV is equal to T. You might get a question where you've got a gas that's been given volumes, pressure, and temperature, and you're told to find the respective gas of another chamber, for example, to find out what is the corresponding pressure, volume, and temperature. So if you look at this one here, you're going to use P1 V1 over T1 equals P2 V2 over T2, where temperature has to be in kelvins. Now, if you've got temperature in degrees Celsius, you need to add 273 to get Kelvin, and pressures in pascals, and volumes in either milliliters or liters. And you substitute them in this combined gas law equation to get the respective volume. In my next video, I'm going to give you an example of how to solve this. But I just wanted to show you the combined gas law between pressure, volume, and temperature. Thank you. Bye now.